Okay, our next presenting company, once again, switching gears again, we've got CLA Australia. We've got the Commercial Director, Yvette Dolan, who's going to be talking about CLA. Now, CLA is a subsidiary of Global Medisafe Holdings, which has developed a range of manual and auto-retractable syringes for human and veterinary use. I'll let Yvette tell more about their story. Please welcome Yvette to the stage.
Good afternoon. Okay, as Steve said, thank you very much. My name's Yvette Dolan. I'm here to present our company, CLA. Global Medisafe Holdings is the parent company, and we have two trading companies, CLA Europe and Clik-Lok Australia, who are the two trading companies. We have a range of safety syringes. Our first product that we'll be releasing is a manual retractable syringe. With syringes, there obviously is a big market. Unfortunately, the population is getting older, but we're not necessarily getting any healthier. So the demand for syringes is increasing very rapidly. There are over 800,000 needle stick injuries in the US alone. The estimated cost of these testings is $3,000 per patient, which is very expensive just for the testing. You also have the estimated cost in the US alone of $2.4 billion per year. Now that's just the cost of the testing. Obviously you still have the stress and the testing and the waiting of the results as well. Injuries can lead to obviously serious or fatal infections such as Hep B, hepatitis C and HIV. The cost of treatment is $1 million per person, so it's a very expensive process. It's a very significant market. We're looking at 17.2 billion syringes sold each year. The rest of the world look at about 5 billion, the US is 8.1 billion, and Europe is 4.1 billion. We're actually starting our market in Europe, which is 24% of the world population as far as the use of syringes are concerned. 96% of nurses believe that the safety syringe products that are available at the moment are not good enough. There can be a lot of improvement out there. Some of the products that are out there are not suitable for the user, which is excessive force is required to use it. The drugs remain in the syringe, so there's a lot of dead space. And also there's different methods of using them, and they're very cumbersome and hard to use. Also with safety syringes, there can be a false pretense to think that they are safe. Even though they're a safety syringe, sometimes it can be more dangerous. The needles can still protrude through the wall of the syringe, or they can actually be pulled out or forced back up the barrel, causing more injury to the user than a standard syringe to start with. And there's also problems with blood splash with a lot of the auto-retractable syringes. The needle comes back very quickly, and that causes blood splashes, which is also a medical problem. Our first generation to be released is the manual syringe. Now the advantage with this syringe, it's retractable. Once you use the syringe, the needle is pulled back into the barrel and contained totally inside of the syringe. The advantage with our first model is that it actually is a changeable needle, standard needle. With some countries around the world, it's a requirement to change the needle after drawing from the vial. The reason for this is it can blunt and contaminate the needle, so in some countries it's a requirement to actually change it after you draw from the vial. With ours, it's a standard needle, so you can go to the shelf and collect any needle, any size or gauge you want, and change it after you draw from the vial. So it's a very good benefit to our product. The price is also very competitive, and it's easy to use. It's no different to using any normal syringe when you're injecting. I'll just give you a quick demonstration on how the product works so you can have a look. Try it again. Technology is good when it works. It's your mouse. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find it. Thanks.
CLA is an innovative company with a range of safety retractable syringes. CLA has 3 models: a 1 milliliter insulin syringe and 2 models of exchange needle retractables. These come in 3 milliliter, 5 milliliter and 10 milliliter sizes. The CLA system is safe and easy to use. Remove the cap from the drawing needle. Draw the fluid. Change the drawing needle to the injecting needle. Remove the cap from the injecting needle. Inject as normal. After injection, simply take hold of the barrel of the syringe near the finger guards. Now retract the plunger and the needle back into the barrel of the syringe. When you feel that the plunger has hit the back of the syringe, pull once more until you feel a click, activating CLA's unique locking device. This locks the plunger and the needle permanently inside, making the needle completely safe, allowing you to break off the plunger for neat, easy disposal.
Okay. Now, as you can see, it is used as a normal syringe. Unfortunately, an orange was heard in this demonstration, so we regret that for any orange lovers. The target market. There's a very wide range of uses for the syringes. As I said, that is our first range that we will be bringing out. We also have a 1.5 ml syringe, which is used for the diabetics, and also we have an auto-retractable, which we will be bringing onto the market later. The market that can be used, the same different models can be used in the same application. For example, in hospitals, they may use the auto-retractable syringe in emergency care or in the ambulances. The auto-retractable is a little bit more expensive, but the standard syringe that we just demonstrated there can be used more widely and is cheaper to use. The insulin syringe, for example, can be used in home use or in hospitals and clinics as well. We have a manufacturing partner, our first manufacturing partner, SOFAP, which is based in Tunisia. They have a high-quality production facility there. They've already expanded their factory to a larger clean room and purchased additional injection moulding machines ready for production. They have very high knowledge and technical expertise in their factory to produce the products, and the proximity to Europe is very good. We're talking about a couple of days to get the product from Tunisia to Europe compared to a month, for example, if we produce them in China. The very fortunate thing with Tunisia is their labour rate is very competitive and also actually cheaper than China, for example, as a comparison. And they have the ability to scale up. They have very good investment opportunities. They have a bank as an investor in their company, so they have the assets behind them to be able to expand the factory as quickly as necessary. Our distribution, we've been marketing the product for 4 years, and we have a very good relationship with a lot of very established distributors around the world and manufacturers. For example, in South America, we're looking at a licensing agreement with a large company there to manufacture and produce the products for the Brazilian market. In Europe, we've had a good relationship with Henke Sass Wolf, who is a very large distributor. They would like to buy the products and market them in their own brand. Nipro and Helm, for example, are also looking at the same. Volt, which is a actually German company, they have a very large distribution area in Eastern Europe and also in Russia. They're keen to also license the product, produce them in their own name and sell them in that area as well. And then, of course, we have the advantage of SOFAP in Africa, who also have a very large distribution area in those areas, as well as other companies that we have been establishing. We probably have about 800 distributors on our records ready, waiting for the product to be released. We have also 4 key personnel in the company. John MacArthur, our Managing Director, will be at our stand over there, and you can speak to John if you have any further inquiries. Myself, Alan Walsh is the designer of the product. His wife's actually a nurse, and she was the one that approached Alan asking for him to come up with a great invention to prevent needle stick injuries for nurses. And then we have Christoph Nisbeski, who is based in Europe. He actually was a manufacturer of syringes, and due to the competition in China, he couldn't continue to produce normal 3-part syringes. And when he closed the factory, it was a good opportunity for us to put him on board and seek his advice and also his distribution channels, which has been very handy for us also. Investment opportunities, we're looking to raise $2.7 million, and the purpose of that funds will be 1.8 million shares at $1.50 per share, minimum investment of $30,000. And just to go quickly through what we're looking at using those funds for, $1.5 million we're looking at making full hot runner production moulds for the first syringe that we're talking about. We currently have small production moulds which we're ready to start running production in November. However, we're looking at full hot runner high capacity moulds, which will cost $1.5 million for the 3, 5 and 10 ml syringes. Auto assembly machines, which we're looking at producing also to make mass production. And also about $300,000 for marketing the products. And then we're looking, $150,000 for marketing the products, and 0.3 to start establishing the 1 ml and a half ml insulin syringes. As I said, we have manufacturing underway. We will be sending those moulds on their way in the next few days and weeks over to Tunisia to start production. We will get those samples out to the distributors to start making their orders, doing their testing, and then obviously we'll be starting small production at the end of this year. My name is Yvette. If you contact our website, you can also see the video, and you can see John and myself over at the stand there this afternoon. Thank you very much for your time.